this tutorial I have a Power BI file, right? Here I have multiple tables, approx 8 tables are there, right? Here if we see, it has already created one relationship here when I loaded this, right? So let us see how do we see why Power BI automatically detects this relationship. So I'll go to this file menu, options and settings, again the options. It will open up a pop-up window. Let's wait for few seconds, approx 30 seconds it takes, right? In the current file options, data load, you see auto detect new relationships after data is loaded. This is already turned on. So basically it is already if this option is checked, then Power BI loads the relationship. So I recommend you to keep it turned off and click on OK, because every time the Power BI loads the data and creates a relationship, that is not every time correct. You need to update that, right? So uh, that's why I recommend that to be turned off. Now I'll go to table view here. First thing what we will be learning here is, if you see this calendar table here, if you see this calendar table is completely the date table, right? So uh, we can mark this date table, mark this table as a date table. So here under the table view, if we select this calendar table, here we have an option as mark as calendar table. You can just click on it, and you can turn this button on, mark as table, right? And choose a column, date column, right? Whatever the date column is, choose that column and click on save button. So this keeps, so this table makes that this table is specific to dates, right? Click on save button. Now this table is my date table, specific to date, correct? Now second thing, we will do a exercise here. Let's see how we can identify a dimension table and fact table. So here, starting from this calendar table itself, if you see, we have unique dates here, right? First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and as going above, we have unique dates. So that's why our date column is the primary key here. So we have calendar column as dimension date, calendar table as dimension table. So I can rename it to, let's say, dim calendar, right? Next we will see for customers. Here if you see, we have customer key, and this customer key is also unique with us, that is a primary key. So that's why this customers table is also a dimension table, right? Next we go to product categories. In product categories, you will see product category key. This is the primary key column or the index column. So this is also a dimension table. You can also rename it to dim table. Now going to product subcategories. Here also you will see product subcategory key, that is the index column and is the primary key. So renaming this column as well. The next one is product table. Here you see product key. So product key is also our primary key, because this product key is unique column. This is the primary key, right? 293 distinct values. So we can rename it this one as well. Now going to returns table. Here you see, we have under this return date column, we have 476 distinct values only. That means it contains duplicates. Directory key also contains duplicates. We see in frontly only. Correct. Product key and return quality quantity are also duplicate. That means the returns table is a facts table. Correct. Now looking forward on sales table, here you will see here order date only 591 distinct values in it, right? But we have 56046 values here. So that's why this is also not our dimension table. That means it is our fact table. So here we will rename it. Now territories. Here we have sales territory key. So this is our uh, dimension table, right? We have unique column values in it. So here let me just show it to fact. Sorry, dim territories, right? So we have identified what are the values we have for what are the tables as fact table and what are the dimensions table. Now we will set up the relationships here, correct? To do so, I will just delete all the relationships that are automatically created here. To do so, just click on this relationship, right click and delete, right? We will do this for all the same. I'm checking this, don't show this again, and it will directly delete without giving me the pop-up. See, now we have no relationships. Let me just zoom it out a bit or just a bit zoomed in, right? And keeping these tables nearby to make it more visible to you, right? Now we see we have two facts table and others are dimension tables. So here let us see the calendar table and sales table. You will see we have date column as the common column. We can set up a relationship between these two columns, right? It is showing us a pop-up. Hmm, some issue with it. Again I'm dragging it here. Look, it is showing us a new relationship now from table to table, and this is showing cardinality one to many, that is the direction flow direction. And we have cardinality of four types: many to one, one to many, many to one to many, and many to many. So these are cardinalities or the filter flow directions, right? So as here was one to many, then from table is one and the fact table is many. So here uh, this kind of direction will come up from table to table in the single direction. Click on save button here. You will see a relationship is now active. Here you see here it is written as one and here it is written as star, and here it is the flow of direction as this one to many, right? This one is as one and the star is many. So this relationship is one to many in the direction of this arrow. So if this arrow would be in opposite direction, then we will call it as many to one. So we read this relationship in the direction of this arrow. Now we will see product and sales table. So here we have this product table and sales table. Here we have let me check which column is common: product key and product key. So we can join these two columns here, right? Again the same pop-up will come up. Just it will load, it will take some time to get it load, or you can just cancel it and try establishing again this product key and this product key, and just check this relationship and click on save. So if you see, this is how we can create the relationships. Cardinality means, here again, this d- direction is single direction, right? Because we have single arrow. And in the and this is called the flow of direction, or filter flow direction, right? So that means this is filtering from one to many, correct? So this is the cardinality we have. Now we will see uh, products and s- product subcategory table. Here we have product subcategory column as product subcategory column as common. So we can connect these two tables as well, correct? And these common columns are already selected, which is the mandatory part here. And click on save. So here we have two type of cross filter direction, single and bidirectional, or or two-way direction. Here you will see, this is from product subcategory to dim products. So here we have one to many relationship again in the single direction single flow. Now we have product categories and product subcategories table. Here you will see product category key is the common column, so we can relate these columns as well and check the cardinality here among the four, and check the cross filter direction from the two values, right? And click on save button here, right? Now we have one more, few more relationships we have, that is for sales table and territories, this and this table. If I scroll above, here we have sales territory key and territory key as the key column, so we can connect these two, select the common columns and save it. Correct. Now we have a customers table and sales table. Here we have customer key column as the common column. If you see customer key and customer key, we can connect these two columns here and click on save. Correct. So these are also connected. So if we hover over this relationship now, so this these columns will get highlighted. For example, if I just highlight or hover over this relationship, then the columns from both the tables will get highlighted. Let's say from date from this table and order date from this table, correct? Now we have facts table. Let us see how we can relate this returns table. So here in returns table we have product key. This can be related to products table here. So product key and product key we can relate, right? And select the common columns and click on save button. So these two tables are also related now. Then returns and territories table. Here we have territory key as the common one. We can relate these two tables, right? Now we can also match the date column from calendar and the returns table. So we can also connect date and return date. Click on save. So this is how we create new relationships. We saw the filter flow direction, the direction of this arrow, right? And we saw cardinality, that we have different kinds of cardinalities or the filter flow directions, right? If you click on this relation, if you want to see the relationship, established relationship, then just right click on it, go to properties, and you can check what relationship you have established, and you can just update this relationship as well, right? So this is the way we use to create our relationships. Here, if the filter flow direction is proper, try to avoid many to many relationship, because that will give the ambiguity and then slow down the performance of your report. So to avoid, there are many workarounds to avoid that relationship. We will see in the further tutorials, right? So the overall conclusion is to avoid the many to many relationship, to enhance the performance of your report, right?